Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. We're out at Greg's house and his wife Lisa. This is the house that we are rebuilding here in Johnson County, and we're going to follow this house until they are back in their home. And I've been saying our house, and people think it's my house. This is not my house. This is their house, but I've been calling it our house because y'all are helping to rebuild it. And we've got Miss Kim Reese with us, and she's the director of the Rebuild Coalition that has been put together, the long-term, she's overseeing it all.
Johnson County Long-Term Recovery Group.
Yes, so she's over and she's kind of helping direct it all, but her and Greg have known each other since school, and she's got something that she wants to show us that was returned to her.
This little story, and I'm going to get a little emotional because this hit me pretty good. Greg and I have known each other since 7th grade, and we're both Reeses. We're not on the same branch, but we're from the same tree, and we always had to sit next to each other in class. We were in alphabetical order, so we could tell some stories about each other. And then we went to ETSU together. We worked on the yearbook staff there, so we were both sports writers and sports photographers. And when I moved back to Johnson County, got reacquainted with Greg and started working with him at the high school. So cut forward to, I guess, November, and I get a phone call, and a friend of mine said, "I've got something with your name on it." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "I'm up here in trade, and we're cleaning up along a bank of the creek." And she said, "Let me send you a picture." And she sent me a text, and it was a picture of this. And as soon as I saw it, I lost it. Because I knew that this was Greg's senior year when we were conference champs. And at this, he was co-captain. That was a long time ago, and so I knew that they'd lost pretty much everything here from the house. So she brought it to me, and I didn't clean it up or anything. I just said he's going to want it just like this. And I went up to the high school and got to talk in front of his students and give him this. And so this is the 1981 District 1 AA champs, Watauga Conference champs for senior Greg Reeves. He played offensive line. I know he doesn't look like it now, but he played offensive line. And you know, I knew it's one of those things that I have called these small blessings. I have run across these small blessings through this whole thing. And to be able to find something that important that he probably hadn't thought about in a long time, but now that he's got it back, he'll be able to keep it forever.
At first we thought it was hanging in the stairwell where we had all the girls' softball trophies and basketball trophies, but I'm pretty sure it was in a box underneath or in the dining room, which means it washed out and all the way down. If anybody finds her wedding dress in a David's bridal bag, which is Allison's,
or my Letterman,
or her Letterman jacket says Reese on the back, that's the two big things that we'd like to find still. So
that's something. If a lot of people are coming up here and they're doing a river cleanup. If you find stuff with people's names on it, you can bring it in to the Johnson County Long-Term Recovery Office, which is right next to the food line. If you can't find the office on Google, you can find the food line, and they're right there beside the food line. If you find something with a name on it or something that looks significant, take it there, and they'll try to find who owns it.
Find them, most definitely.
I mean, something you have to understand, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's just going to flood again," and stuff like that. The water was over our head here, but we are on the side of the mountain, and it was over our head because culverts and bridges were dammed up from the debris moving down the mountain. And there was how many inches of water that fell in that short amount of time?
we've heard between 13 and 18 inches depending on who you talk to.
And it don't sound like that much, but when you think about it pouring off of the mountain from every direction, it's like water coming off of a roof. It rose quick. It's not like water on flat land. When you get 14 inches of water on flat land, part of it soaks in and part of it sits there. You get 14 inches of water on the mountains and you got 6 feet of water in the valley. And that's what happened. But these folks are living with, you can hear their grandkids, their grandson. We've solved our equipment problem. We're getting preschoolers out here instead of equipment with lots of sugar, and we're just going to have them move all the stuff that needs moved. But their grandson's playing in the creek, their granddaughter's buddy head to toe, but they are having a blast out here. And the grandkids were actually living in the house when the flood hit. But the house belongs to Greg and Lisa, and they're going to be moving back in it.
Yeah. This is our daughter Allison, and they were living in the house when this all happened. And this is Ansley.
He's belly flopping in the creek right now.
He's my new excavator. But this is who all of the this is who you are all helping. It's people like Greg's a school teacher. He's lived here his whole life. I didn't find out what you did.
I work in county government.
But a public servant lived here her whole life. Generations of their family live here, and now their grandkids live here. So this is their home, and you're helping save it, and you're helping giving it back to them, and that's why we're all here. It's God's love in action.
I can't begin to express our gratitude to Becky and everybody involved in this, because we didn't know what we was going to do with it. We never had flood insurance on it, and it was just going to take a lot of retirement money in 10 years to rebuild it, and we could not have done this without your help. And
Thank you
so much. I don't want to get all teary-eyed. But
they've got all this confidence in me. They don't understand that I've been like as far over my head as the flood water was in the valley here.
You're here.
And I'm only running on your prayers and God's grace. But that's. He commented, said I had all kind of energy. I said, it's just the coffee. And I didn't get my coffee today after lunch before we ran up here. But it is, I mean, y'all are making this possible with your prayers, with your support, and you're making it possible for a lot of families in this county.
And we're so very grateful.
Yes.
And a shout out to the Samaritan's Purse who helped me get the house money out.
Yeah.
They were fantastic to do that.
There was a big group from Kentucky, and I do apologize, I don't remember the name, but a big group from Kentucky was here last week and took all the floor out. I mean, they were some workers.
It's good.
Yeah. I was supposed to be helping. I sort of kind of dug 2 holes and carried about 3 boards, but don't tell anybody. But I appreciate y'all being, and we're going to see their family a whole lot more, because we're not going to leave this house till this house is ready for them to come home. Oh gosh, stuff happening off camera, but everybody's okay. Thank you all so much for joining us in the Hillbilly Kitchen. Thank you for your prayers. Keep praying, and until next time, remember to put God first.